All right, everybody, and welcome to another video. I know I haven't posted in a second. We've been getting ready for DreamHack Atlanta, playing, streaming, getting everything ready to go. But it's that time. It is that time. We got some list reviews. I'm going to let you all know how you can watch and where you can watch the event this weekend. So if you don't know what DreamHack is coming to Atlanta. It is a giant convention, has tons and tons of stuff. As you look at their website here, you can go to DreamHack Atlanta or dreamhack.com/Atlanta or just dreamhack.com. It'll bring you here. They've got tons of stuff if you've never been to a DreamHack. As you can see, this is taking place very soon. Just so you kind of know what's going on there. They've got tons of main stage activities, live D&D experience, Call of Duty World Championships going on, fighting games, an expo, artist gallery, Dungeon and Dragons, Flesh and Blood, Magic, Lorcana, tons of tabletop stuff, Warhammer specifically, which is what we're going to talk about, Creator Hub, BYOC Land, cosplay, drag shows, DreamHack Theater, DreamHack merch, Collegiate Invitational, Indie Playground. It's got tons of stuff. Games Week of Georgia, DreamHack Free Play, and then Free to Play Arcade. So if you've never been here, it's taking place at the Georgia World Congress Center. Please come by, say hello if you are local to the area at all, or you want to come and check out DreamHack this weekend. You can go to their website and buy their tickets. So there's a little bit different way that we are streaming, and I want to go over that before we get into lists. So there's going to be two ways you can watch. The first way is going to be the main broadcast. The main broadcast is going to take place on Art of War's YouTube channel. So head over to Art of War, click on these videos to notify you. They've got them up here already. You've got day 1, day 2, and day 3. The main broadcast is going to take place here. The second way to watch, and this is what's going to be a little new to everybody, is individual streams. So yes, you have the main broadcast. Tune into that. John Lennon is going to be the man on the mic, and also Tech Priest Werner is going to be there. So those are going to be the two behind the scenes, making it all happen for you to watch. So you're going to have some really, really amazing high-level commentary and action. And then on top of that, usually we got to pick a stream game, right? And we're like, what game are we going to watch? Well, at this event, we are going to stream all 8 tables from the match that is on broadcast. So listen to the commentators, watch the main stream, open up another tab, watch the game that you want to watch as well. All of those tables will have mics on the players, so you will be able to listen to those games and listen to the main broadcast if you want, or one or the other, whatever you want to do. All of the individual streams can be found over on our YouTube channel that you are watching this video. So if you go to our live tab, we have all of the stuff up here, tables 1 through 8 for all 3 days. So you can go ahead and get ready for all of that. So lots of cool stuff that's going to be happening. It's going to be a really, really great broadcast and stream. Hopefully you all will tune in, support Art of War, enjoy all of the content. You get to watch so many more games than you usually get to. So really big improvement. Hopefully there's no tech issues that we run into. Hopefully it goes smooth. Obviously this is the first time we're doing that, but we're doing it. Another really cool thing that we are doing within this event here is we are having an app that all of the teams are going to be able to use, and they're going to be able to keep track and keep score and know how their team is doing and everything like that. So if you're coming to the event, you have access to that app already. Your whole team can track your scores digitally to see how your team score is doing. So this helps if there's coaches, or if you don't have coaches and you want to see how your other tables are doing. It helps you make calls in a team environment. So because a lot of that information gets used on the broadcast table, we wanted to make sure it was super fair to every team that was coming. And we didn't want just the teams on the broadcast to have additional data by walking over, looking at screens and stuff like that. So we wanted to make sure everybody could have the same exact experience and same exact information across the entire event if they choose to use it. So really cool. We can post about that. And if you come to any of our other events in the future, or even any of the ATC Circuit 5-mans, we're probably going to extend this to them as well. So if you go to any events that are run by us or ATC or Away Games or anything, you'll probably have a really cool chance to help track how your team's doing in a team environment with the app that we've created. So now that we have done all of that, let's get into the event itself and let's go through some lists. 14 teams here. It's not as big as we wanted it to be, but it was a very, very last minute push to get an event at DreamHack. So we're just going to make the best of it. A lot of good teams coming. This is going to be a slammer of an event. I'm super excited. All of the rounds are going to be hard, and they're going to be like a finals game. So we've got a lot of our favorites here that we've seen around the block. So Art of War coming in hot. They don't have John on their roster. John is going to be running the broadcast. So they've got Brian Jones, Jack, Harpster, Mike. I'm not going to say your last name because I'll butcher it. Nick, Quentin, Richard, Russell, and Sasha. So let's see what they're bringing. So Brian, usually he plays Knights. He is on Votan. He's got 2 champions, one with Grim Demeanor, 2 Warrior Squads, 2 Sagittars, 2 5-man Hearthguard, 3 Land Fortresses, 3 3-man bikes, and 1 forward deploy Jaegers. The 3 Land Fortresses and Terminators, they're pretty good. It's a pretty tanky list. It's not as MSU-y as you could get, but it's still fast, has a lot of control, has a lot of damage output. Happy to see him playing something that's not Knights. We were like, oh, Brian's on their team. He's going to bring Knights. Nope. Votan it is. Jack, Astra Militarum, very different type of army for Jack to be playing. Usually we'll see him on, World Eaters or some Templars or some Eldar, some GSC. He likes combat armies and stuff, some Custodes. He is going to just shoot people off the table instead, but he couldn't leave all his combat at home. He's got Leontis, Platoon Commander, Tank Commander, Grand Strategist, 10 Death Corps, 3 Armored Sentinels. He's going to revive those. 3x6 Bulgrim, pretty standard for a lot of guards. So he still has his forward pressure. He still has some combat elements. He's got a Hellhound to remove cover. He's got an Exterminator for the +1 AP. And he's got the 3 battle tanks with all of the rerolls and damage coming out. So altogether, it's 5 big tanks, 1 Hellhound, and 18 Bulgrim. Solid list, Jack. Pretty standard. Nothing crazy there. Thousand Suns. We've got Armon, Magnus, Exalted with Crystal, Infernal Master with Vortex. One of the Exalted also has Lord of Forbidden Lore. So all the standard stuff. 10-man Rubric with Armon, 5/5/5 with the other characters, 3 Enlightens, 2 Beasts, and a Rhino. Pretty standard T-Suns if you're looking at a standard T-Suns. Nothing too crazy there. We got a lot of GSC coming up in this event. Nick is going to be the first list we're going to talk about here. He is playing Host of Ascension. He is looking for those 3-inch deep strikes. He's looking for the Trixie of the Trixes. He wants to bring back all of these squads that he has, and he just wants to take your primary and move block you. It is a very good Nick Nanavati style jank list. As you can see, Nick's Jank Returns is the name of the list. If you're not familiar with how GSC functions, you have to familiarize yourself or you will get wrecked by them. The biggest downfall GSC has is if they don't roll their dice to come back, they just kind of start to fold. And it is very hard to play out of that. So they want to play a little bit of a slower game usually so they don't lose all of their stuff on one turn. So he's got 1 Primus, he's got 1 Auto Pistol, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Flamer Squads, 2 10-man Neos, 1 20-man Neo, 1 Pure Strain. It's going to give him some forward deploy and some move blocking right off the start. 1 Bike Squad, they're just good. Some Mortals if he needs it, some scoring. 2 Trucks, 3x2 Ridge Runners, all with mining lasers. He's got 2 full spotters, 1 with spotter and 1 with survey auger. I don't know why he has that. I'll have to look. And then 3 rock grinders. So tons of flamers, tons of rerolls, tons of move blocking, tons of shenanigans. I can't wait to see how Nick does. I cannot wait to see who plays him on our team. Assuming that we play them. Hopefully we play them. We probably will. Because there is a lower number of teams, all the rounds are going to matter. Quentin, Sisters, doesn't want to show me his sisters list. Okay, there we go. Bringer of Flames, Candace with jump packs with Fire and Fury. That's going to be with 10 Seraphim. I love this squad so much. So much. I hated the 10-man with Celestine. I love it with this upgrade. It is so good into infantry. Dialogus, Vol, St. Catherine, Immolator, all with Meltas, 3 Castigators, all autocannons, Dominion, all Meltas, Paragons. Let's see what I'm always curious what. So he's got the Bolter's Net. He's got Warblade. So he's got swords on all of them. I like taking maces on mine. And he's got his 10-man Seraphim. I like maces, but I understand either way. Richard's AdMech. If you don't know how to play against AdMech, there's so many tricks. It's pretty nuts. I love AdMech. Huge fan of it. Skitari Hunter Cohort. Its whole army's -1 to be hit. It's all stealth. Cover over 12 inches away. Basically, the best strats from everything in the game that you could imagine. Advance and charge, lone op, jump off, jump back on, 5 of feel no pain, you name it, they basically have it. So he's got 3 marshals, 1 with Thrailnet and 1 with the uplink. 1 ranger, 3 vanguards, 2 dune riders, 2 scoot and move small squads, 1 scoot and move big squad, 2 5-man infiltrators, 1 10-man infiltrator, 1 10-man rust stalker, and 3 disintegrators, and a Caluxus assassin. Wonder what he's teching for there. Very interesting. It's a very well-rounded AdMech list. He's got the tanks. He's got tons and tons of infantry to go in front of the tanks. He's got a lot of combat with the rust stalkers and infiltrators. He can advance and charge with them. And he's got a lot of OC with all of the battle line units that he has. He's going to jump out of his transport, shoot, and jump back in. The Ranger and Vanguard squads put out a lot more damage than you think that they would. So overall, it's a really good list. We've seen him that he's been doing very well in other tournaments with that list. Then we got Russell. I'm not familiar about Russell as a player. Russell and Mike are new to me, so can't wait to meet them and see how they do going into here. So he is playing some Renegade Raiders. He's got Abaddon, 2 Lords, 1 with Dread Reaver. He's got a Cultist mod, Legionnaire, Rhino, 3 Predators, small squad of Chosen, a Hellbrood, and big Warp Talon. So we've seen a lot of Renegades around the block so far. So like the Warp Talons are going to come in. If they get the right target, they'll do good. They'll jump off. They'll jump back on. They'll jump off. They'll jump back on. Sometimes they don't get their target. Sometimes they do. They're generally going to want to wrap it and then do their thing. So a lot of CP goes into that unit. He's got Chosen probably with Abaddon, giving him some advance and charge and some extra threat. He's got his shooting with the Predators. He's got rerolls with Abaddon. He's not like exploding on 5s. I mean, the rerolls are fine, but it could have been maybe more shooting. He's just like a middle of the road all-comers lists, and I think in a team's environment, there's a downside to that because some teams can pick you off more or less. They're like, hey, you don't have enough shooting or you don't have enough combat. I would love to have seen it kind of go fully one way or the other. Like if you're going to put Abaddon in there, give me 3 Forge Fiends, 3 Predators, play whatever the one is. I get these mixed up all the time where it explodes on 5s. Make them all Nurgle and just delete people off the table. So we'll see how he does though. I don't know. It's not my favorite CSM list. It's just there. It's like a favorite, but we'll see how it does. Can't underestimate them. They know what they're doing. And then we've got Sasha on Dark Angels. Why is it doing this? Dun, dun, dun. Well, it doesn't want me to do his list, I guess. Okay, well, it's basically Lennon's list. It's like the standard kind of Dark Angels list. I think one thing that he had that we saw that others didn't have is he had an enhancement on one of his captains that just made him super tanky. I don't exactly know what that is. I don't know if it's I think it's the 2-up save Gives him a 2-up save and a 4-up feel no pain if he's on an objective or in the middle of the table. So he's got a little like tanky character. We did something similar in our list. So yeah, kind of standard Dark Angels. We know what that does at this point. Everyone knows what that does at this point, right? All right, on to away games. All right, away games. We've got Drew Carey and Brian Williams here. Let's see what he's got. 2 Archons, oh, Nightmare Shroud, 2 Beasts, Cabs, Witches, Raider, Venom, 2 Chronos, 10-man Incubi, 5-man Incubi, 2 Mandrakes, 3 Scourges, 2 Darklance, 1 with Haywire, and a Talos. It's a well-rounded Drukhari list. I'm a fan of when you put Drukhari on your team to lean a little bit more into anti-melee stuff and have courts in there and things like that. But this is going to be able to just score. It's a good 10-10 list as long as you don't play into like T-Suns. Just avoid that match. Tyranids. All right. 3rd time's a charm. All right. Synaptic Nexus. No idea what that does. Couldn't even tell you. So I cannot even comment if this is good or bad around that. Hive Tyrant, Neuro Tyrant, Hormigons, Bio, 3 Exocrines, 3 Lictors, 2 Norns, Pyrovore, and 2 Tyrannifexes. Big tanky monsters with some lone ops and some other shooting. This is just like a shooting. It wants a pretty open board. It wants to shoot stuff. It wants to be tanky on objectives. Seems okay. Seems okay. Astra Militarum. We're going to see a lot of Astra Militarum, so these will go pretty quick. Cadian Command Squad, Ghosts, Leontis, Tempest Command Squad, Cadians, Catachan, 2 Chimeras, Rough Riders, Bulgrin, Small Bulgrin, Cassies, 3 Lehman, 2 Battle Tanks, 1 Exterminator, 1 Sign. It's not enough shooting. It's not enough shooting for a guard list. This is a guard list that you look at and you're like, it's just kind of there. It's not enough. Then we have some more AdMech. All right. So, are they playing? I don't see where it even is. Yes, they're playing Hunter Cohort again. All right. So, Call, Marshall, Engine Seer, Technologist. These guys are awesome. They have 12-inch deep strike. They give extra OC to a unit. Ranger, Vanguard. 10-man shoot and scoot, 5-man shoot and scoot, 10-man rust stalkers, a raider, a sulfur hound, 3 chickens, all with auto cannons. Okay. 2 disintegrators, 3 squad of dragoons. I like that, and a dune rider. He basically was like, hey, how do I take almost one of everything? This is a list that just wants to score. It's not going to push a lot. It's a well-rounded scoring type of list. So that and the Drukhari, they're just going for like neutering some scores and playing people for scores. Followed up by some Wolf Jail, probably. Librarian, Grimnar, Battle Leader, Lord. 3 Inceptors, always good for like picking off small units or scoring. Infiltrators, Scouts, 3 Max Thunderwolf, 10-man Wolfin, 2 Assassins. It's a good list. If you can't deal with this, you can't deal with this. If you can deal with it, you can deal with it. Sisters, Mike Sanchez. We know him very well. Vol, Celestine, Triumph, 2 Immolators, 1 small Arco, 3 Castigators, all with battle cannons. I like the battle cannons. I know why people like autocannons a lot, just for more consistent shots and anti-infantry and shooting if they get tagged. I just really like battle cannons, though. Mainly for the strength. And ignore cover. 2 Dominions, all with Melta. single mortifier, Paragons, 10-man Seraphim, and normal Seraphim. Now, the problem is that this 10-man Seraphim doesn't have the character in the squad with him. The character to do the strat for free and get the extra D6 plus 9 shots. Like, you just have to take the character if you're taking that. Another GSC. They are playing Brood Surge. So they're going to have 3 Biophaguses, an Alphys, 3 Keller Morphs, 3 fighty squads here, 1 hybrid, 1 10-man Neo, 2 10-man Neos, 3 Pure Strains, 1 big, 2 small. Ridge Runner, 2, 1 with a mortar, 1 single mining, 2 other minings. Then you've got truck. That's it. Not really impressed by this. Played a lot of GSC. I just think that, like, if you're gonna play trucks and stuff like that, like, play a different one. I don't know. Give the trucks extra OC. Just seems better. Thousand Suns. I'm pretty sure it's your pretty typical Thousand Suns. Well, it's not gonna load. I am sorry. Oh, there we go. All right, Armon, Exalted, Infernal, Magnus. Okay. 5, 3 rubrics, 2 beasts, Cultist, and Lightning. Sure. It's T-Suns. There's not much to comment about. Nothing crazy here. It's T-Suns. Georgia Warlords. One of our good buddies as well. So we have a really good rivalry for the first matchup between them and the Tennessee Valley guys. So Georgia Warlords, let's see what we got here. Man, is this really going to just not load this for me right now? All right. T-Suns, Armon, Exalted on a Disc, Infernal, Magnus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man rubrics, 3 beasts. I like the 3 beasts. Cultists and Enlightened. Yeah, triple vortex beast, T-Suns. It's always good. It's always hard for certain people to deal with. Chris Koo on Grey Knights. He's got 2 librarians. Grandmaster with Sigil, Grandmaster, Drago, Terminator Squad. I think that's just 1 Terminator Squad, 2 Strike Squads, and an Assassin. I don't know. Okay, so it's 3 Terminator Squads, 1 10-man, 2 5-mans, 2 Strike Squads, and an Assassin. It's like a middle-of-the-road scoring Grey Knights. It doesn't lean enough into the Terminators. It doesn't lean enough into the Dread Knights. We would call this on our end cute. He's being cute and not picking one way or the other. Maybe he's found something. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. Not the Grey Knights I would play. I would go one way or the other. All Terminators, all Dread Knights. World Eaters, Lewis. Glad to see him coming up here. So, Angron, World Eaters, Lord on a Juggernaut. Jackal, 8-bound, Exalted, big one. Lord of Skulls. Yes. Let's go. And a Chaos Spawn. This excites me a lot. Yeah, it's just good. It makes up for them not having any shooting. It helps Angron come back. I love everything about this. I cannot wait to see how he does. I'm super excited. Thank you for bringing a Lord of Skulls. All right. CSM. Renegade Raiders. You got Cypher, Commune, Cultist, Legionnaires. So he's just playing like the full spam bodies list. Cultist, Biker, Predator, Nurgling. We've seen this list a lot at Champs Cup and WTC and stuff like that. It's like your standard CSM list. So that's just that. Not much to comment on. Death Guard. I think Death Guard are okay in the meta, but they have a lot of weaknesses still. You got to really play them correctly. And there's not really enough melee to like go with their anti-melee shtick. Bio, Blight, Typhus, 10-man, 2 Rhinos, Cultist, Bloat, Crawler. I hate crawlers so much. 2 brigands. I think crawlers are terrible. 2 10-mans, sure, you can kind of go into fighting stuff. You got to play the crawlers really aggressive. Not a list I would say like I would be concerned about. It just seems like it's a Death Guard list. Dark Angels, see if there's anything different here. Apothecary, Azrael, Judiciar, Assault Intercessor, Assault, Jump, 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 Night, 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 Eradicator, Infiltrator, Inner Circle, Repulsor, Scout. Boom, standard, cool, move on. Here, Nick is a very good player as well. Birmingham, we know him. Talked to him a lot about Sisters. Let's see where he is settled right now. He's got a jump pack with Through Suffering. He's playing Hallowed Martyrs, not Bringer. Okay, Through Suffering Strength. So as they get hurt, it does more attacks and damage. Junith, Vol, Triumph, Immolator, Castigator, Castigator, Castigator. Dominion, Mort, Paragon, Seraphim, Novitiates, and a Zephyr. It's fine. It's fine for a Martyrs. I think that Bringer Flame is still just better right now. And if you're going to go Martyrs, like, go full tanks. Like, 3 Cascaders, sure, it's good. But where are the other tanks? I want more tanks, Birmingham, if you're going to play that. Or more characters to stand up. One or the other. Kind of like missing what that kind of does. Spawnicus, he's playing Hypercrypt. He's got Imhotep, Silent King, Immortals, Spider, Deathmark, Doomsday, Locust, Monolith. Yeah, it's a Hypercrypt list with big things that shoot you. It's fine. It's a stat check. You can either kill that stuff or you can't. You got to get the pairings on that. Lard Richard Energy. This team is a sleeper. I'm not sure that I've seen them at any team tournaments yet. So I'm very excited to see how they do against all the other heavy hitters here. There's a lot of good players on this team. I think they're going to come in swinging, and they're going up first round against Battle Brothers. So let's see here. We've got CSM, Renegades, Lord, Dark Commune, Cultist, Legionnaire, Cursed, Bikers, Vindicator, Rhino, Nurglings. So the triple Vindicator is interesting. It's scary for a lot of people. It could just pop off. In our experience, Vindicators are terrible, like 90% of the time. But the threat is real. And having 3 of them are going to kill something, if not more than something. So, yeah, it could definitely be scary. It's a good gun line behind all of the forward pressure. I personally don't want to play into that because of the Vindicators. They could just kill my stuff. When you see my list, you'll know what I mean. They could just kill stuff and on accident. They're either going to get 1 or they're going to get 100 damage. There's no in between. Another Hallowed Martyr. So a lot of people going back to this over Bringers. You've got Dialogus, Junith, Vol, Palatine, Battle, Sister, Immolator, Castigator, Mortifier. I don't think that Mortifiers fit too well in this. Paragon, Dominions, Novitiates. Not enough characters to go out and like sacrifice and stand back up. Not enough vehicles to take advantage of the main rule. 2 Paragon Warsuits. They're good if you get them into a vehicle match. They're okay if you get them into other things. It's not the worst though. I would just like these Mortifiers to be Pendant Engines, maybe. I don't know. They're good for secondaries. I don't know. It's still going to be good. It's a Sisters list. It's still good. Josh is playing Necrons. I had the pleasure of scrimmaging him before this tournament. His list was a little different though. Chronomancer, Plasmancer, 2 squads of 20 warriors, Reanimator, Spiders, Deathmark, Doomsday, Monolith. So he's just going to try to tricks with those warriors and those monoliths. Pretty standard Doomsday arcs and monolith combos though. 1,000 Suns, Armon, Exalted, Magnus, a Demon Prince with Lord of... He knows what's up. Shaman, Rubric 10-man, Rubric 5-man, Beast, 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 Forge Fiend, Forge Fiend. So he's doing something that's very close to what I'm doing. Very close. I don't hate this at all. It's very close. We've seen this at WTC, the Forge Fiend and Beasts. I love the addition of the Demon Prince because it makes all that stuff -1 to be hit. So it allows your gun line to be a gun line and be -1 to hit. The Forge Fiends also make stuff -1 to hit when you shoot it. So you could stack that. You could mitigate guard. You could mitigate Votan. You could mitigate Tau. It can go into gun lines pretty good. This is going to want to attack into guard. And he's got all the flamers to deal with the Bulgrins. Love it. Cannot wait to see how you do. I hope you do well because we are on the same page. World Eaters. World Eaters. Okay. Engron, Karn, Avocado, Master, Jackal, Berserk, Rhino, Spawn, 8-pound. Okay. So a little bit more like spread out, well-rounded like form of World Eaters. I don't value Berserkers very much, and I just don't value that combo and how much it like starts to cost. I would just rather have more 8-pound. So I get it. He's got Rhinos of stage. He could jump in and out. Sure. Doesn't have enough 8-pound for me, so I'm sorry, but I'm just not a fan. I love 8-pound. All right, some Monka, Fireblade, Breacher, Devilfish, Hammerhead, Kroot, Pathfinder, Piranha, Riptide, Stealth, Tiger Shark, and Vespid. That is right, a Tiger Shark, even after the nerf. So, if you don't know what Tiger Shark, they are too big to fit on the board edge when they come in. They cannot shoot when they come in. So, you basically have to rapid ingress this thing. If you want to use it on the turn it's going to essentially come in on. So if you rapid ingress this, you have to make sure that people can't shoot it. Now it does have to come in on your back board edge as well because it doesn't fit. So back board edge and can't shoot. So a lot of things might be out of range of it when it comes in. So rapiding it is not necessarily the worst unless you're in like the wrong matchup. There are a lot of matchups though that if you do that, you come in on the back board edge, that board might be screened where you need to move to. Tiger Sharks shoot a lot. If you understand how to beat them, you can make that thing just not do anything all game. Word to everyone that has to play against that. Astromilitarum, Gaunt's Ghost, Leo, Platoon, Tank, Infantry, Rough Rider, Bulgrin. They are 6-man, 3-man, and 3-man. 2 Hellhounds, 2 Dorns, and a Scion. Scions are really good. Dorns I'm not a fan of. I don't think their range is long enough. I understand how they're a little bit tankier. I don't value Dorns. I think you should just have Lehman Russes. You're going to be removing cover on stuff. Cool. You've got some trash Bulgrins, a good Bulgrin, trash Rough Riders. It's just like a well-rounded guard list. I look at this and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to get shot off the table. I'm going to shoot you off the table instead. So it's not like a first defender guard list. And Drukhari, usually, playing for those 10s. Let's see if this is skewed in any direction here. So we've got an Archon, Lilith, Archon. So 3 Archons, Lilith, Beastmaster, 2 Cabalites, Court of the Archon, 10 Incubi, Mandrake, Scourge. And these have Haywire and 2 Dark Lances, 2 Cronoses, Ravenger, Raider, Venom. Cool. It's got a lot of shooting. This can go up against something that can shoot pretty well. He's got the Court of the Archons. He's got the shooting from the Cabalites and the Court. He's got the fight firsts. I really like this list, actually. This list has deceivingly amount of damage output. Has all of the Scourges, the Ravenger, all of the Raiders, all of the Courts with full rerolls on those Courts. It's really good. He's gonna have 2 bubbles because he has 2 Cronoses, so he's gonna always be trying to get his pain tokens back. He is going to do damage to a shooting army, but if the shooting army goes first, he could suffer a lot. This also just stomps on combat armies. This is a list to watch out for. This is a very good Dark Eldar list. I like it a lot. All right, Midwest Monstars. They are coming off of a win from up in St. Louis at the Gateway Open. So watch out for them. Watch out for them. All right, Grey Knights. We've got Tech Marine, Nem Nem Nem, Strike, Nem Nem Nem, ran it. Yeah, cool. Love it. It's the stat check Grey Knights list. We run something very similar. Necrons, Corey. He's been playing Necrons for all of the events that I've seen him at. Hypercrypt. You got a Hexmark, Immunsec, Silent King, Spider, Deathmark, Doomsday, Doom Scythe. That's a flyer. Okay. Doomsday Arc, Flayed Ones, Locust, Monolith. So one Monolith only. He's got a flyer instead. He's also bringing the Silent King. I got to go look up the rules of the flyer so that I know what that does, because I don't know what it does. Yeah, it's Hypercrypto. Why not? Can he pull a flyer off and back on? I don't know. That could be cool. I don't know. There might be some tricks there. Monka, Shadow Sun, Ghost, Hammerhead, Pathfinder, 3 Piranhas, 3 Riptides, 3 Skyrays, Stealth Battle, Stealth. This is a first defender if I've ever seen one. This is like all shooting all day, every day, tons of real estate to deploy. So yeah, it's going to shoot stuff hard. It's just going to shoot stuff. It's looking to table somebody on an open table. It's not much else to it than that. That is who I think they would probably first defend. If that list ends up on a closed table, it will be bad for them. So Leo, Platoon Commander, Tank Commander, Infantry, Bolgrin, all 6 man, Cyclops, Demolisher, Exterminator, Adorn, Sentinel, Scion. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of different stuff. He went with the Demolishers, so getting touched isn't as bad. Shorter range, though. No rerolls. It's a trade-off if you like the trade-off. A little bit higher damage output. So, yeah, you got the Bolgrins going forward. A little bit higher damage output with the demos. Dark Angels. Let's see if Kyle's doing anything new and exciting. Jump, night, Eradicator. So he's got a Lancer and a Reaper and a Redeemer in here. So he is doing his own little twist. This is not your standard stuff. Eradicators are on foot. Oh, nope, they're in the Land Raider. So they're in the Land Raider. He's doing a Land Raider instead. Cool. I like Land Raiders. And then he's got a Lancer and a Reaper. Yeah, why not? Why not? I got no hate there. GSC. Broadswords, 3 Abominants, Bio, 2 Kellermorphs, Patriarch, Saboteur, Assassinate, 1 Neo, Truck, Ab, 3 5-mans, 3 single Ridge Runners, all with mortars. He's trying to just give AP to everything that's going in. Rock Truck, Metamorph, Pure. Yeah. So he's just trying to buff up their AP, buff up these guys' AP when they go in. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I believe that player usually plays Nids, and he plays a similar kind of take on Nids. Sisters, Dialogus, Vol, what are you playing? Bringer. Triumph, 3 Immolators, 3 Castigators, 2 Dominions, 2 Exorcists, and a Paragon. So just going super shooty. A lot of people are taking these Exorcists again now. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. No Flamer Squad, which is good for some matches, bad for other matches. I got no hates on you. I got no hates. Sean Daly on CSM. Packbound Zealots, Commune, Cultist, Legionnaire, Rhino, 3 ACDCs, Bikes, 2 Predators, 2 Forge Fiends, a Hellbrute, and a Raptor. Yeah, it's pretty well rounded. It's got Legionnaires, it's got all of the ACDCs, it's got everything you want there, and then it's got 4 things backing it up and shooting. Yeah, like it. Look out for these guys. Super good. Alrighty, onto our team. Let's start off with my Thousand Suns. So we're doing something a little bit different here. I don't want to spoil all of the things for everybody. So I'll do a little bit more of a breakdown after the event and how my list performed and everything. Because there's certain things in here that we're looking to do, and I don't want to give away all of our pairings and everything right now. So I've got Ahriman, Magnus, and a Demon Prince. I only have 9 Cabal points. It's okay. It does what it needs to do. I have 3 Squads of Enlightens, 3 Beasts, 3 Forge Fiends, and 2 Predators, and I'm taking all of the Inferno Heavy Bolters on the Predators. Yeah, you got the Demon Prince, Stealth Aura, you got the Forge Fiend, -1 to hit. You've got lots of extra shots and AP from the Heavy Bolters. It's shooting stuff. We shooting stuff. So yeah, without giving away all of everything, what it does and how it plays and everything, we'll do all of that after the event, so people don't know how to pair into me as well as they should. Don't want to give away all of our secrets right now. So we'll kind of review how our list doing, what all of our pairings that we got after the event, and see how we do in this one, because it's gonna be a hard event. Colin has Grey Knights. He's got 2 Tech Marines, 3 Grand Masters, 3 Normal Dreads, Canis, 2 squads of Subductors. Yeah, it's the similar list he's been playing for a long time now, with a little bit of twist because of how points are changing and the Agents of the Imperium Codex coming out. Damien is playing Admech. We went full Horde Admech for Damien. Little bit different play style for him, but he is getting used to it and liking it so far, and it's expanding his horizons. So he's got 1 Marshal with the Infiltrate ability, 2 Technologists with the 12-inch Deep Strikes, 3 Ranger Squads, 2 Shooting Scoots, 3 10-man Flamer Squads, 3 10-man Infiltrators, 3 10-man Reststalkers, Cerberus Raider, and 1 Transport. 5 up Invul, 5 up Feel No Pain, big units, Infiltrate, -1 to like stealth, cover. It's just like I'm trying to stat check you. I have so many units. Can you chew through me type of list. You let us know if you can deal with that. You let me know. Jaime CSM. We have done a very interesting spin on his CSM. He's got Cypher, 3 Communes, 1 Cultist, 3 ACDCs, 3 Predators, and you're like, well, hey, that's pretty standard. But then when you look at this back half, it's got the interesting parts of it. So he's got 3 10-man Pinks and 2 Carnivores. The Pinks are just leaning into what the ACDCs bring to the table a little bit more. They split, right? If you don't full wipe them, they split. They're annoying. They're OC. They can do mortals when they get down to brims and blues. And he's got 2 Carnivores for a little bit more OC pressure and tanky output and a little bit of forward anti-tank pressure. So I'm very excited to see how he does on this list. We're very happy with this design, and we think it brings a lot to the table. Joe's guard, we have gone full Skew City on his guard as well. He's got Ghosts, Leo, Scion Squad, Tank Commander, 3 Lehman Russes, 3 Exterminators, 1 Vanquisher, a 3-man Scout Sentinel, a 1-man Scout Sentinel, and then 5 Scions. So he has 8 tanks in total. He wants to shoot you. The 3-man Sentinels are also very cool for recycling. Jack's got that similar tech in his list as well. Thomas's Space Marines. He is playing Ultramarines Gladius. So he's got an Ancient with the armor. So that gives him the 2-up save for Feel No Pain if he's on objectives or in center of the battlefield. So good for secondaries and just like making you have to commit something. Biologus, Captain with the Punchies. Colgar, Gilman, Ventress. Yes, he brought Gilman to this. We have no idea how this is going to do. We will find out. It is an experiment. He's got 2 assault intercessor squads. One could go with Ventress, one could not. One could go with the captain, right? Rerolling wounds on those guys coming out of the impulsor. He's got aggressors go with the bio. Aggressors, eradicators always go back and forth with the ACDCs that are super relevant and a lot of other combat stuff you might see. We went with the aggressors. Yes, the eradicators could be better with all the tank stuff we've been seeing, but it is what it is. He's got 2 jump squads, company heroes, 6-man bolters, infiltrators, and scout squad. Yeah, that's him. That's it. Nothing crazy there. Then we've got Tau. We are doing retaliation cadre. We've got Farsight, Cold Star with bursts, Cold Star with fusion, Enforcer with flamers, Enforcer with flamers, Enforcer with missiles. Then you've got Fire Knife with missiles. Is that right? Yeah. Fire Knife with missiles. Star Scythe with bursts. 2 Star Scythes with flamers. 2 Sunforges with fusion. 2 Ghosts. 3 Piranhas. 3 Stealth Suits. It's just a little tricksy little retaliation cadre that we wanted to put together, and Trent's been having fun with it. Walter's Necrons. Everybody's probably like, what is Walter's Necron stupidity this event? Well, it has 17 characters. That is right. I said it. 17 characters. He's playing Awakened Dynasty, so those characters will stand back up. Effectively, he's got 20 to 24 characters. He's got Illuminor, Imhotep, Locust Lord, Overlord, Plaz, Psycho, Warden, Scorpec Lord. Yeah. Feel No Pains, Reviving, Battle Shock checks, Fallback Shoot and Charge. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of characters. It's got Mortal Wounds as well. 4 Immortals. Those go with some of the characters. All the rerolls to the characters if you're on an objective. Locust Destroyers, some more shooting. Squad of Lich Guard for some little combat and tankiness. And then 3 Scorpic Destroyers for all the forward pressure and fighting. You might look at this, you might be like, that is a list I will just table and bring off the table. Well, maybe you will. I don't know. So that's us. All right, Pro-Tato Top. This started off as an all Idaho team, and now there's actually 0 players from Idaho on here. So it's called Pro-Tato Top because it's a bunch of our buddies and stuff like that. And they were from Idaho. And I don't think anyone's from Idaho anymore. It was just hilarious. So Cosmic, he was a last minute fill-in for this team. So thank you for filling in for them the last minute. He's playing some CSM, Renegade, I believe. Yep. He's got Fabius, 2 Lords, Master of Executioner, Cultist, 2 Legionnaires, 2 Rubrics, Chosen, Raptors, Bikes, 2 Predators, 2 Forge Fiends, 2 Rhinos. He's just going to kind of take on anything, and it's got a lot of tricks. It's got a lot of different profiles for stuff. So it's just a very well-rounded list that can play into a lot of things. Jared's Death Guard. He's got 2 Sorcerers and Terminator, 2 Fowls, 2 Plague Casters, 3 5-man Plague Marines, a Cultist Squad, 3x3 Death Shroud Terminators, 2 Predators, 2 Rhinos, 3 Carnivores. So he's got a lot of forward pressure with the Carnivores. The Death Shrouds are harder to move, especially if he joins the characters in with them. And there's a lot of just hidden tankiness and things that mess with you there. It's a well-rounded list. I've practiced against this list a couple times. It's a good Death Guard list. It's not leaning into anything. It's well-rounded. It can do the job of getting 10s and stuff like that. Mark is playing some Templars. So he's got Grimaldus, Helbricht, Castellan, Chaplain, Judiciar, Lieutenant, 2 Crusader squads, 20 mans, Jump Pack squad, Intercessor squad, Scout, and he's got 10-man Terminator. So this is what he wanted to try. He's got 10-man Terminator with the Feel No Pain. Kind of hard to move, a lot of damage output, we'll see how that unit does over the course of the event. Nathan, coming from the Georgia Warlords, I believe. Canoness, Demon Fuge, Magifier, Morven, Palatine, Battle Sisters, Immolator, Castigator, Dominion, Paragon, Retributor, Seraphim, Novitiates. A lot of trash. He's just going to play his game. It has damage. It has tricks. He's playing Hallowed Martyrs. It's just fine. It's going to do its thing. You can never really go wrong with Sisters right now, so it's going to do its thing. Not too much. Paul playing Astra Militarum. Ghosts, Command Squad, Tank Commander, Ursula, Jungle, Infantry, 10-man Scion, Chimera, Rough Rider, Battle Tank, Exterminator. Cool. 7 tanks. It's going to shoot. It's going to shoot you hard. He's got a lot of trash in there as well. It's a good list. Be afraid of it. Knights. Will is playing some Knights. Maybe. Rex. Tropos. 3 Helverins, 2 Warglaves, an Assassin, Agents, Battle Sisters, and an Immolator. So he's got some trash to go with his Knights, but he's got his Knights that are going to sit there and kind of shoot you. So been seeing him practice. He's been doing very good. Expect him to pull out some good games. William is over on Hypercrypt. He's got Silent King, Warden, Immortal, Deathmarks, Locus, Reanimator, Doomsday, Monolith. Cool. Stat checky, Hypercrypt. Nothing too nuts. Zach is playing Grey Knights, 3 Librarians, Grandmaster, Drago, Big Terminator Brick, 2 Strikes, 3 other Nemesis. I like this list a lot, actually. 4 Dread Knights, Big Terminator Brick, and 3 Librarians. It's got a lot of damage. It's got a lot of mortals. It's something that could just auto-delete stuff. That's a good list. I like it. All right, the real ones. Let's see what we got going on here. Astra Militarum. Bum. Assassinate point 16, bring it down 16. That's interesting to see. Scion Squad, Tank Commander, Creed, Death Corps, Infantry, Scion, Rough Rider, Hellhound, 1, 2, 3, Lehman, Rusted, 6. Okay, so this is really good. There's a lot of damage here. He's removing cover. He's doing AP stacking for a lot of the tanks, even for the Scions. These are 2 10-mans and 1 5-man Scion. That is a lot of Scions to be coming in. Yeah, a lot of damage. Coming out there. Custodes, 2 Blade Champs, Valerian, Guard, Terminators, 3 Wardens, 2 Prosecutors, 1 small Venatari, Witch Seekers, and an Assassin. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty tanky. He's got stuff so that, you can do a lot of rerolls, take on monsters and vehicles even easier with the Custodes. It's just good. They really want table pick. They really want match pick. You get the baby Custodes a little bit so they don't get just chewed apart. There's a lot of 3 damage in the meta, so you got to be careful. You got to definitely be careful. Necron's playing some Hypercrypt. We've got Deceiver, Nightbringer, Void Dragon, Hexmark, Locust, Satan. That's 5 Satans. Okay. 2 Deathmarks, Flayed Ones, Destroyer. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really good into some matches. It's going to be really bad into other matches. For me, that's like 2 lists you kind of want to baby already, and we're only on the 3rd list. So you got to be kind of careful. If you bring too many lists that you have to baby, it really messes up with your pairings. All right, what do we got? Triumph. That is it. That is the only character. Wait, what is happening? What is happening? Immolator, Castigator, Dominion with Meltas, 3 Exorcists, Mortifier, Seraphim. Cool. So it's 6 tanks, 2 immolators, so 8 tanks total shooting you. This wants to attack into a gun line, more or less. Orcs. Oh, I'm gonna assume it's Warhorde. Yeah, Warhorde. I always have trouble finding the names. Beast Boss, Steph Killer and Wartrek with the upgrade, Gaz, War Boss, Weird Boy, Zod, 2 20-man boys, Truck, Battle Wagon, Burner Boys, Gretchen, Mega Knobs, Squid Cogs, and Storm Boys. It's just a well-rounded Warhorde list. It's going to do what you would expect it to do. There's no surprises. We've seen this for a year now. We know what it does. Dark Angels, let's see if there's anything different here. Biologist is the only character we got. Salt Intercessor, Jump Pack, Night. Eradicators, Infiltrators, Repulsor for the Eradicators, 2 Scouts, 3 Vindicators. Okay, so they're basically like, hey, guard, I'll take you on, bro. They're like, you got to chew through my Terminators, and then I have a lot of shooting. I think that they want this and Sisters to attack. That's what it's looking like to me right there. If I had to read the book. 1,000 Suns, Sorcerer, Master, Magnus, Demon Prince with wings. Yep. Lord of Forbidden Lore, and he jumps up and down. Rubric, Beast. Cultist, Enlightened. Cool. So leaning a little bit more into just the standard stuff. He's got the Demon Prince, 2 beasts, nothing crazy. Then we've got Chaos Demons. Okay. Bloodmaster, Bloodthirster, Great Unclean One, Renmaster, Scarbrand, Skulltaker, Sile, Bloodletter, Plaguebearer, Bloodcrusher, Seeker. Cool. So some trash, some bombs. Yeah, I mean, I've played something very similar to this. This gets shut down super hard by certain armies. Like, you have to baby this again. So the downfall to this lineup right here, if I just look at it from a high level, I want to baby my Custodes, I want to baby my Necrons, I want to baby my Demons, and I want to baby my Orcs. All 4 of those, if they get the wrong matches, they're going to get run over. So you got to be very, very careful in pairings with this team. On to the Scallywags. All right. Necrons, Hypercrypt, Satan, Locust, Scorpix Lord, Satan, Immortal, Deathmark, Fleet One, Destroyer, Locust, Heavy. So no monoliths, another Satan spam list. Again, like we've played this at other team tournaments in the past. And if you get the right match into it, it takes a little bit to kill them, but you just chew through them. So I'm interested to see what these Satan lists are going for, what they're pairing into. We've seen them do really good. We've seen them do really bad. But they really need the correct pairing. They also have Custodes. It's like I'm looking at the same thing. I am not going to look through that. So the format is broken on some stuff. So we're just going to skip that one. Tau Empire, Monka, Fireblade, Shadow Sun, Cold Star, Dark Strider, Ethereal, Lone Spear, Breacher, Strike Team, Devilfish, Broadside with Railguns, 2 of them in there, Star Scythe with Flamers, Sunforge, Krutax, Rampager, Rider, Pathfinder, Riptide. So trash-oriented Tau. Different style. This is going to be looking to just like score points and stuff and like shut other people down. It's not going to just like shoot you off the board. Very interesting. I like the added elements. I will be watching that because that is cool. Then you got JD playing Eldari. Eldari is good. It's something that you usually have to baby, so you got to be careful. Wayleaper, Avatar, Death Jester, Farseer, Guardian, Falcon, Fire Dragon, Banshee, Ranger, Hawks, Warwalker, Spider. Spiders are so expensive for me. They're just not in any of my Eldar list. This is just like a standardish Eldar list. It's got all the things. It's not leaning into the combat. It's not leaning into the shooting. It's just an all-around, well-rounded Eldar list that will give people problems. Votan. Champ, champ, champ. Boom, boom, boom. Warrior, warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4 Sagittars, Berserkers, land fort, land fort, land fort, triple land fort again. 6 stack of bikes and 2 3-man bikes. No infiltrators. I don't think this army functions without infiltrators, so you can control half the board. Big miss there, in my opinion. You got to get those infiltrators in there. Those Jaegers are so important. It's got a lot of damage. The 6 bikes is really good into horde stuff. The forts are tanky. 1 Berserker, sure, you have some combat, and then you got a bunch of Sagittars with trash. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Orcs, Warhorde, Beast Boss, Souped Up, Bike Guy, Gaz, 3 War Bosses, Beast Snaggas. So, wait, is there not a Beast Snagga? There's a Beast Boss. Okay. Boys. Truck. Flash skits, 2 small ones, usually to clear chaff and have some shooting. They have a lot of attacks combat. 2 10-man Gretchens, Commandos for some forward deploy. Mega Knobs go with Gaz and crew. Knobs. 3 5-man Knobs, I love that. 2 Storm Boys, cool. It's another just like, they just took more knobs instead of dinosaurs, essentially. All right, the T-Sons, we've got Disc Guy, Inferno, Armin, Magnus, 1, 2, 3, 4 rubrics. Cultist, 3 Zingers, 1 Beast. Standard T-Sons. Like, we're seeing the standard T-Sons list. You can either play against it or you can't. It's fine. Then on to Battle Brothers. They came out swinging at this event when I looked at these lists. I think they're pretty good. I'm a little afraid of them right now, to be honest. All right. So, he named all of his stuff because he's cute. Thank you, Austin. So he's got triple canoness. I love that. That's what I would probably do in this. He's playing Hallowed Martyrs. Love it. Palatine, Dialogus, Junith, Vol, Triumph. All the characters to stand back up. Battle Sisters, Immolator, Arcos, just small, chumpy guys. 3 Castigators, 2 autocannons, 1 battle. And then we've got Sacrosaints, really good in this because they can reroll hits. It's great. They are a good unit. They're tanky. It's just okay. 1 Exorcist and Paragons. Cool. It's just like a well-rounded Sisters list. That's all it is. It's got the tricks. It's got all the things. Brian's playing Knights. We got an Errant, or Ront, however you say it. Rex, Warglaive. 2 Assassins, Eversor and Caladius. Immolator, Battle Sister, and a Seductor. It's going to be a solid night list. It's got enough trash to help it score. It's got damage output. Astra Militarum, Ghosts, Leo, Platoon, Harker, Jungle, 2 stacks of Bulgrin, 3 Dorns, a Shadow Sword, 2 Scions. If you can't deal with the Shadow Sword, you're in for a hootin' and tootin' of a time. Yeah, this is a first defender list. It needs table pick because of the Shadow Sword. This is who they are first defending. And now that I say that and they watch this video, they will play us and not first defend that. And I'll be like, Mah! CSM, Lord, Cypher, Commune, Cultist, Legionnaires, Rhino, 3 Accurse, 2 Bikes, 2 Predators, 2 Vindicators, and Nurglings. It's kind of like, it's a standard. I mean, you got the Accurse, you got the guns behind it, you got Vindicators and Predators, cool. Nothing too gnarly about it. We've seen that. We know what it does. Larry on the Nids. He's playing Crusher Stampede. One Eye, Swarmlord, Hormigons, Bio, Exocrine, Horse Box, 2 Lictors, 3 Mountain Scepters, Pyrovore, 2 Raveners, and a Trigon. Big bugs go burr. That's all. That's just what's happening. Big bugs go burr. Mark Hurdle has a triple land raider. I am sure of it. Gladius, Apothecary, Captain, Marnius, Intercessor Squad, Aggressor, Jump Packs, Centurion Devs, Company Heroes, Land Raider, Crusader, Redeemer, and a Storm Speeder, Thunderstrike. He's been on variation of this list for a hot minute. He's had a lot of success with it. Herdo comes out ready to take names. On the Necrons, Awakened Dynasty, you got a Catacomb, Satan, Techno, Silent King. Basically, no characters that are going to stand back up for any reason. So, okay. Immortals, Reanimator, Wraith, and Destroyers. I have no idea why this is Awakened. I just don't know. You got me, bruh. I can't comment on it because I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll have to ask them. Why are you playing Awakened with characters that don't come back? I do not know. All right. Votan, Einhard, Champion, a Call, Warrior, 1, 2, 3, 4 Sagittars, Broken, 2 Berserks, Big Terminator, 1 Land Fort, 2 small bikes, 1 big bike, and a 4 deploy. So, well-rounded list. It's got a little bit of profiles and answers for everything. So we'll see how this one ends up. All right, Team D-Gen. This is who we are matched up against round 1. We've looked at their list a lot. Let's go through it for you all. So they got Guard, they got Solar, Platoon Commander, Tank Commander, Jungle, Bolgi, Rattlings, Hellhound, Exterminator, Dorn, Scout, and a Chimera. It's like a middle of the road list. It doesn't have enough tanks. It went more of the Dorns than the Lehmans. Dorns and Bolgren for me are like, hey, it's more of a well-rounded list. It's not it's a little bit tankier. Maybe it wants to attack into a first defender. It's no surprise. We've seen it around the block. Sisters, I can't look at that list, so we can't really go through that. Eldar, Wayleaper, Avatar, Farseer. I think that Sisters list is just like your standard Sisters list. Standard Bringers of Flame. I don't think there's anything crazy that stood out in it. Altark, Avatar, Farseer, Skyrunner, Incarn, Guardian, Ranger, Hawk, Spider, Wraith Knight. So he's got 3 big boys. He's got the Wraith Knight, Avatar, and Incarn. I've put a similar list on the table. We've seen Shushman play it. It's okay. It's good into the right pairings. It's bad into the wrong pairings. It's one of those ones you want to like really baby. But if you don't understand what it does, it's going to beat you. Orcs. You got Horror. What is this? Green Tide. All right. Zod, Mech, Pain. Warboss, Weird Boy, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 10-man Flash Kit, 20 Gretchen, 10 Gretchen, Stormboy, Truck. Yeah, it's Green Tide. We know Green Tide, right? We ain't out here. Drukari, 2 Archons, Beastmaster, 2 Succubuses. No upgrades on them. Cabalites, Witches, Raider, Venom. Court, Incubi, Mandrake, Scourge, and a Void Raven. Obamas. A lot of trash, a lot of MSU. Void Raven is there. Scourges are there. It's solid. Don't hate it. It's got a court. Don't hate it. Cypher, CSM, Cypher, Chaos Lord, Dark Commune. It's almost like this is the CSM meta. Cultist, Legionnaire, Rubric, ACDC times 3, 2 Bikers, 2 Predators, 2 Rhinos. Yeah. So it's got 2, not a ton of shooting, 2 Predators. Ours only has 3, so we can't really like say that that's bad or a bad call or anything. You've got kind of the standard stuff with the Accursed Cultists, normal Cultists and Legionnaires. Nothing out of the ordinary. We've seen that list be played over the past few months. Their demons is awesome. If there is a fun list to play, it is this demons list right here. And if I want to just have a blast and laugh at people, this is probably what I would play. Epidemus, 3 GUOs, 1 with the upgrade, Endless Gift, 2 Poxbringers, Rodicus, Skyle, Changeling, 2 Plague Bearers, 3 Plague Bearers, Nurgle, Beast, and Plague Drones. So, this is the Nurgle Bomb. I have very similar lists made, and they are all called the Nurgle Bomb. This starts a lot off the table, starts some on the table. It basically is going to hit you on turn 2, be 6 inches away from you. Use the shadow from all of the big Geos and Rodicus to string everything else there. It's all going to go for 5-inch charges. It's going to touch everything. It's going to take objectives. It's just going to sit there and be annoying as all living hell is. If you cannot deal with this, and if you cannot sit there and be tied up in combat for 3 turns, you have a problem dealing with this list. It is deceivingly good at nuking scores of other players. And it is so much fun to play. So much fun. I'm so happy that you are playing that, John. So happy. And I hope that I can play against him so that we can have the greatest game ever. Armon, Exalted, Infernal, Magnus, Thousand Suns, Rubric, Zangor, Beast, Enlightened. So double Beast, normal T-Suns. Nothing stands out that's like out of the ordinary there. Tennessee Valley, you've got Astra Militarum, Dailies list. These are locals to us as well. Gaunt's Ghosts, Leo, Scion Command, Platoon, Tank Commander, Ursula, Jungle, Infantry, Chimera, Rough Rider, Dorn, Scout, Tempest. Cool. Dorns, Scions, shooting. CSM, Cochrane is playing Raiders, Lord, Cypher, Commune, Cultist, Legionnaire, Rhino, 3 ACDCs. Bike, Predator, Vindicator, Nurglings. Cool. So it's like the standard list we've been seeing. All right, then we've got their Votan. Jordan is playing a champion, warrior, Sagittars, 5 Sagittars, 3 Berserkers, land for 3 big bike squads, and a Jaeger. So he's been playing this for a while. He's been doing very good at the past team tournaments. It's a lot of DACA. It is a lot of DACA. That is for sure. I expect good things out of him. Morgan is playing Armon, Magnus, Exalted, Master, Rubric, Cultist, Spawn, Beast. Cool. Pretty standard. You put in some beasts in there instead of like Enlightened. Nothing super nuts. Noah, very good local player. He has beaten a lot of people on our team. So you got to watch out for him. Draz, Lilith, Uriel, Archon, 2 Cabalites, Witches, 10 Incubi, 2 5 Incubi, 2 Mandrakes, 3 Scourges, 2 Darklance, 1 with Haywire, a Chronos, and 5 Venoms. It's just a Drukhari list. Yes, it has damage. Yes, it can score. Drukhari is going to do Drukhari things unless you can stop it. It's that simple. Ryan is on GSC. He's got Keller, Saboteur. Then he's got 1, 2 auto pistol squads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 flamer squads, 1 Neo, 2 trucks, 2 single ridge runners, 1 with a mortar, 1 2-man, 2 bikes, 3 rock grinders. Yeah, I mean, it's just a solid GSC army. It's going to have all the jank. It's got extra AC on all the trucks and the bikes and stuff. So, he's able to just steal primary and deny primary very well. If you don't roll 4-ups, though, you're going to be a sad panda. Hypercrypt with Seth, Chrono, Hexmark, Locust Lord, Immortal, Deathmark, Flayed One, Locust, Monolith, and a Stalker. Your normal kind of Hypercrypt stuff coming out there. A little less shooting than usual, a little more MSU. Zach jumping on the Tau. Manka, Shadow Sun, Enforcer with missiles, broadside, single broadside with missiles. Star Scythe with Flamer. Ghost Keel, Hammerhead ×3, Piranha ×3, Riptide ×3, Stealth ×3. Cool. It's your Manka with a little bit of suits, flamers for that added like anti-infantry kind of punch up. All right, United Midwest Project. So we've duked it out with them several times and ready to do it again. So let's see what they're bringing today. Alex Ing on the Sisters. You got Triumph, 2 Dios, playing Bringer as well. Dominion, 3 Cascaders, 3 Exorcists, 2 Emulators. Cool. It's a trying to attack into a first defender, and it's trying to be tanky with the Miracle Dice and T10. And it's trying to shoot you back. Yeah, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Ben Sherwin's CSM. He is bringing Renegade Raiders, Cypher, Lucius, Dark Commune, Cultist, Noise Marine. I don't understand this. I'm gonna have to go and like really dig into what he's trying to do with this list before we play them. I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe just it's because it's a lot of shots to deal with other hordes and stuff. 3 cultists, 2 predators, and 3 rhinos. So obviously he's shooting out of the top with the good guns out of the rhinos, with the good gun from each squad, and then when he needs to come out, he comes out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to look at it with the combo with renegades and see what really stands out there. But it's a very interesting list, and it is an off meta thing, which he's usually very good at doing. Dark Angels, Bio, Ezreal, Justiciar, Intercessor, Jump, Night, Eradicator, Infiltrator, Inner Circle, Repulsor, Scout. Cool, standard. Boom. Next one. Mids, Invasion Fleets. We've got Tyrant, Neuro, Old One Eye, Horn, Bio, Carnifex, Exo, Lictor, Neuro, Pyro, Tyrannifex. Cool. Probably don't really need those, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like a pretty general invasion fleet. No really like combat pressure. It's just like, hey, I got some units to deny primary. I've got big shooty bugs. I've got my exocrines, my old reliables, and I've got all my lone ops. And I'm just gonna battle shock you and take your primary. Pamprine moved on from orcs to GSC. He is playing Outlander, so you'll get the extra OC on bikes and vehicles. Triple Killer, Sab, Auto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hand Flamers, Neo, 2 trucks, Ridge Runners with Lazes, 1 bike, 2 bike, 3 trucks. So like it's all kind of like the same list. Nothing crazy. I've played those lists on the table a lot. I've played against them a lot. I get what they do. I get it. If you don't know what they do, you got to learn what they do. Don't just play into them blind. They got some demons: Bellicor, Rodicus, Schlaxi, Bloodthirster, Great Unclean One, Plague Bearers, Flamer, Fleshhound. Cool. Big attacking into like a guard list and being like, yeah, I got Bellicor, you can't shoot me and I'm demons, so it's hard for you to kill me anyways. Really good first attacker list right here into a gun line. I don't think we want a gun line playing into that. I don't want to play into this. Nope. That is a good tank your score, force you into something else list. All right, X4, Tau. We've got Moncad, Dark Strider, Hammerhead, Pathfinder, Piranha, Riptide, 3 Sky Rays, 3 Stealth Suits. Cool. It's like shoot you off the board. This has to first defend or it's not deploying. It's the same thing that we saw from Monstars. So that to me is their first defender. And they don't have any Astromelt harm. So Dark Angels, let's see if there's anything crazy here. Boom. Jump. Night. Arad, Infiltrator, Inner Circle. All the same. Standard Dark Angels. Boom. So got like a standard Monka, a standard Dark Angels. Known quantities, things that are known, but they're good. AdMech. Okay, let's see where this goes, because AdMech can go in any direction you want. All right, so they are in the Hunter cohort, and they got 2 Marshals, Ranger, Vanguard, Shoot a Move, Infiltrator, Rustalker, all Mins, 1 Dogs, 3 Max Bellistari, all with las cannons, and 2 Disintegrators and a Dune Crawler. So this shoots pretty good. He's got enough trash in there to play the mission. This can definitely go toe to toe to a guard list, and it could shoot the guard off the table. Something to be very aware of. He's put all the MSU in instead of going like full kill, so he can kind of play into anything. This will attack into a first defending shooting gun line. Mark my word. Chaos Space Marines. What are we playing? Packbound, Lord, communes with ACDCs, Cultists, Legion. And then we go down here and we've got a bike, 3 Predators, 2 forward screens. So a lot more shooting behind the forward pressure. But nothing crazy. 5 shooting instead of more forward pressure. We personally went more in the forward pressure, but nothing wrong with the shooting. Sisters, Bringer of Flames. We've got Vol, Triumph, Dio, Min, Arco for just crap. 2 Dominions, 10 Seraphim. 10 Seraphim without the jump cannoness. 5 Seraphim, 3 Castigators, Paragon, 2 Immolators, and a Penton Engine. Just really just take out the Penton Engine, beef up that Flamer squad. The extra D6, it's just another 12 Flamer shots, right? So it's another 2 mortal wounds when you use a strat. You get to use a strat for free. It's just generally good. Grey Knights, Drago, Libby, 10 Terminator, 5 Terminator, Strike, and 3 Dread Knights. Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to put this in the cute category though. Not 3 Librarians, just 2. 1 big Terminator, not 2 or 3. 3 Dread Knights, not 5 or 6. It's a middle of the road scoring Grey Knights. If you can play it, you play it. It's more scoring than blow you off the table. Thousand Suns, Armin, Exalted, Infernal, Magnus. Thousand Suns, Sorcerer, Rubric. All 5s. 2 Beasts, 2 Cultists, 3 Enlightened. Cool. Bunch of trash, bunch of tricks. Pretty standard Thousand Suns. And obviously, since we kind of are at the bottom of the list, we've seen a lot of these kind of lists and what they have in them. Bio, Blight, 10, Rhino, Cultist, Bloat, Crawler, War Dog. So I like the War Dogs at least. The Crawlers still have me super confused. But I guess it's fine. They're a tanky thing that can go sit on an objective and flame you. So overall, not bad list. They went very standard and safe. So that's just, those games are all going to be games. There's nothing that's just bad. So really good job, X4, with your comp building. They didn't go super skewed. They just kind of went standard, middle of the run, well-rounded lists for most of the stuff. So that does it. Again, if you are going to come this weekend, get your ticket at DreamHack.com. If you're going to watch the broadcast, go to Art of Wars YouTube channel. You can get notified 10 a.m. every morning, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The streams will go live. You've got the main broadcast, and then on our YouTube channel, you will have the individual streams for all of the tables, so you can choose your way how you want to watch it. You can watch both. You can watch multiple, open it in tons of tabs, do whatever you want to do. But that does it for me. We'll see you on the next one.